No, all good.
Yeah.
All good. Yeah, so I'm Ron Piercy, the Stand Metal. And what's your name, sorry?
I'm Jukka.
Okay, you're the keyboardist, right?
No, I'm the
No.
singer.
Oh my gosh. I'm just with the language.
Yeah,
Now
no
I
worries.
recognize you. Now I
No worries.
recognize
No
you.
worries. No worries.
Wow, that's awesome. This is awesome. So you're a Finnish band, and you guys have been around for a long time,
Yes.
before your time even.
Yes, true that.
And you have your 10th album, May the Bridges We Burn Light the Way, out November 7th on Central Media Records.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys are coming North America in November, December.
Yes.
I will plan to see you. I'm from Toronto, so that's where I'd like to go see you.
Okay, cool. And of course, there's either Realm and Hinayana with us. So it's going to be a cool package.
Oh, yeah, that'd be awesome.
Both American bands. We actually toured with Hinayana last year. They were opening for us in Europe, and good music and good guys, and I've heard good things about Ethereum too. So strong support bands is fucking amazing, and I love it.
That's awesome. I like to hear that.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't wait to see you guys. The new album, I've listened to it many times. It's really cool.
Thank you.
It's really cool, very heavy, just the way I like my music.
Yeah, we tried to make that album as straightforward as possible, and like, it's 40 plus minutes, so it's just
Just perfect.
Yep, I like it. Like, compared to the origin album, which was the one before that, this is like more in your face stuff.
Excellent. And it's like it's straight up heavy metal. That's the way I look at it. Like they call you melodic death metal, but it's really heavy metal.
It is heavy metal, that's true. Of course we have the melodies there and stuff like that, and it's death metal because of the vocals, but still, yeah, we really respect our roots. So, like, for example, there's a song like Ignite the Flame, and I get like a lot of Judas Priest vibes from that one, for example. So it is heavy metal.
Yes, exactly. And I love it. Love old school heavy metal. I love it all. I love it all. Like your vocals are really cool.
Thank you.
I love that death growl, Yeah, it's great. But you've been in the band for 20 years?
Almost, yeah.
Yeah, and I guess you've toured pretty much everywhere.
Yes. I think like the only places we haven't toured is of course the icy places,
Yes.
like Antarctica and stuff like, and Africa basically, and India, and Middle East. Well, we've been to Dubai, but that's so Western style country in a sense, and I can understand that there is not a lot of like metal things going on, but I hopefully in the future we will be able to tour those places also.
Oh, that's
India would
awesome.
be cool. Yeah, India would be really cool because it's so different.
Have you done like Asia, all of Asia?
Yeah. We've done like China like maybe 4 or 5 times, Japan also, South Korea, but
Oh,
those
wow.
like but then we still have all those other countries there that we haven't visited, and would be awesome to have a possibility to go play some metal there also.
Like the Philippines would love you guys.
Yeah, it would be awesome, like for real, like basically anywhere where there's metal brothers and sisters, then
That's awesome.
that's it. Yeah, of
Do
course.
you have a place that you would love to play? Like if you had to
I
pick anywhere in the world?
like a specific place. Would be nice to. It's really hard to say. We've even been to New Zealand, so I can't say that. I would have said that, but like, some like a really underground African country would be awesome to see the culture and see the metal community there. Would be like for an experience, and all that would be really awesome. I like basically to play everywhere because for me, it's more like the synergy of the people that are coming to see our show and us as players is that gives me the most of the vibes. Not the places so much. I love the places and they're beautiful, but it is the show that gives me the thrills, basically.
Okay, good. What's your favorite place to play?
Well, I would still say it's the show, no matter where it is, but every place, like European countries have their different vibes, and North America has its own special vibe, and China, of course, Japan has their own vibes. Australia, it is almost impossible to say, but I really do like. I would say, no offense, but like I really like some of the Canadian, like for example, Toronto. But
Yep.
I also like New York. That's really cool. Like we've been there a couple of times, and the crowd is awesome. You know, people are always saying that New York is so cold, and you know the people are so rude. But you know, okay, maybe some parts it can be true in a sense. But you know, I've only felt like good vibes from there. So that's a really cool place to play also.
Yeah. Yeah. Toronto's my hometown, so that's a good sign. Yeah. Yeah. And like it's month and a half, I think it is when you guys are playing.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
mid-November. So that's amazing. That's going to be a really cool show.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, so so are you a sports guy?
Yeah, I like to go around, like, you know, you mean watching sports specifically or doing sports, like, you know, I like
Either or.
jogging. I like jogging a lot. I do a kettlebell, like stuff like that to keep, because our shows are like really active. It's an active form music, like metal in general, and we don't like to stand around on the stage show. So you have to be a little bit conscious about your health in that sense. So I usually go for runs in tours also, to like a couple of kilometers here and there. So to keep up the pace in that sense. So yes, I also like to watch a lot of sports, different kinds of. There was just the World Championships in Japan, and I watched them as much as I could.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I'm Canadian, so I'm a big hockey guy.
I understand. You know, hockey is really big here in Finland too. I like to the World Championships. I like to watch those games, but like, you know, when it comes to like the leagues in Finland, I don't follow that so much. Like,
Okay.
but you
Do
know, but hockey is awesome.
yeah, that's yeah, born and bred.
So
Like,
you so you like Maple Leafs,
yeah, of course.
obviously. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's my team. One year we'll make it, one year we'll do it. Like
Hmm.
I haven't been around for the first last time they won it, but I'm hoping. I'm
Oh
hoping
yeah,
every
yeah.
year.
Yeah, yeah, of course, of course. You know, it's the excitement of the games, you know, that really gives one the kicks, you know, no matter if you win or lose. If you win, it's for the better, but the game is there, so
Yeah,
that's
like
why we watch it. Yeah,
it was
fucking A.
funny. Yesterday was the first preseason game.
Mm-hmm.
So I couldn't wait. I was sitting down. I was all ready for it. I was so excited just to get them to see. We haven't seen them play for a few months now. It's like, oh my God, I can't wait for
Okay.
them to play.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, yeah.
preseason.
But basically, that's kind of like that experience is also like comparable, like maybe to a concert, in a sense. You know, it gives you the vibes, it gives you the good feelings, and you know, and I think vice versa. I think like hockey players, especially when they're pros, like, you know, they really enjoy like people are coming to the big halls, the ice hockey halls, and watch the game and support the team. So the synergy is also there. I would say that's how it works.
Yeah, you play for the love of the game, and just like you guys, you play for the love of the music and
Yes,
getting your music out to everybody.
of course.
Like I said, you've been there, yeah, almost 20 years. You must really get along with the guys, and you must love the genre.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I do. You know, this is the thing I really enjoy to do, especially the live shows. That is the thing that has kept me going for all these years. You know, of course, there's been ups and downs, and of course, the chemistry is between colleagues slash friends in the band doesn't always go like the way it's supposed to go. But that's life. in everything, I would assume, and of course it's sometimes it's more difficult, especially when you're in an active band who's traveling so much from around the world, so it can get a really like tiresome at times, but still I wouldn't change it. Like for this is that, you know, I have had so much, you know, I'm so thankful for all the places I've seen, and for all the like really nice metal people that I've met around the world. So that's really the juice that keeps me going.
So what big bands have you toured with?
Well, I don't know if we have ever toured with like super big bands like those, like really, but like, for big bands we have toured with Amorphis.
Yep.
We have toured with Dark Tranquility, of course, many times. We have toured with Elevatia, which is a kind of big band in my opinion. There's been so many tours, like, and I would say like legendary bands also. For example, Rotting Christ. We've toured with Rotting Christ. We've toured with Paradise Lost. We've toured with I don't know. Well, there's a couple. You know, there's been.
Yeah, they're big bands.
Yeah,
They're big bands.
Yeah, they are. They are true, and legendary also.
Yeah. Do
Um,
you have a dream band you'd love to tour with?
well, I've heard a lot of things about Dave Mustaine from Megadeth, but Megadeth would be a cool band to tour with, and I don't care because, you know, I love the shows, and I like, you know, if people are supposedly difficult, I don't care about that, like, at all, because I'm there to do my work. And I'm not saying that he is a difficult person, but I've heard rumors, but rumors are just rumors, and but I like their music. That's why it would be cool.
Yeah, I like their music too. And they're going out, yeah, they're supposed to be their farewell tour next year, I guess.
Let's see. Let's see.
Yeah, maybe, yeah, exactly. Or maybe they'll give you a call and you guys can go out and support them on their.
Never know. Never
Come
know.
on, Dave Mustaine. I hope you hear this. So
But yeah,
what got
there's a lot of cool bands like that would be fun and awesome to tour with, and Megadeth, it's not the only one, of course. There would be a lot of cool bands. For example, our really good friends from Soilwork. That would be an awesome package for
yeah,
OG and
you guys would
Soilwork.
have your sound is similar. Your sound is like,
It is, and actually we talked with that. We talked about that with Björn and Simon from Soilwork, because we were doing the vocals in Solna Sound studios in Sweden for this new album, and Björn was like producing the vocals for us. So we got to chatting about that there can be a possibility sometime in the future that we would tour together, and that'd be fucking great.
that would be an amazing package.
Yes. Yeah, a third band, an opener band, like a strong opener band, that'd be just super cool.
It's awesome. And he's a big hockey guy too, so
Yes, he is.
that's awesome. So what got you into the heavy music? What was your gateway band that made you want to sing and do the vocals
It's
like you
been
do?
well, there are a couple, like, you know, the first time that I heard like anything resembling remotely to heavy metal music was Creatures of the Night by Kiss.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, exactly, and that's like 40 years ago or something
Yeah,
when I heard
70s
that
says,
for the
yeah.
first time. And also there was well like rock and roll music basically, and for the more technical part, like David Lee Roth's Skyscraper was one of the first album as a kid that I heard, and of course Ozzy Osbourne's No More Tears. There was Iron Maiden, Somewhere in Time, and Peace of Mind. There was Metallica's Master of Puppets. There was couple of songs that I heard from Rush, which were really fucking cool. And I think this is basically the answer that most people get. Like, it is those bands basically. And for the
Yeah.
music, I would say like I heard in our home, it was like, you know, in my room I could listen to anything I want, but like other places were reserved for classical music. So so
Oh
maybe
wow.
some classical stuff has all kind of like influenced me too. But for the metal thing, those were really the first band. Then after that came like Sepultura, then came Death, and then came like Norwegian, Swedish black metal stuff, and of course Finnish Sentenced and Amorphis and Impaled Nazarene, stuff like that. I really dove into the scene when I discovered it. Like this was between like maybe 1985 and 1995.
Yeah, and that's when the music changed. You know, the vocals changed in the
True,
90s, you know, when
true.
Death came out, you know,
Yeah,
Chuck's voice, you know.
exactly. Yeah, we have the infamous US North America. We have the infamous North American tour from 2020 with Insomnium and Seven Spires, which was just before the pandemic, and we played one show in Philly, and then we had to go back home. But still, in that tour, we were supposed to play Crystal Mountain by Death, and we
Yeah.
actually played it on that show, and we were supposed to play it like throughout the tour, but then things changed and we had to go back. But like you mentioned, Death and Chuck's voice, and that's a really cool cover song to play.
Oh, I'd love to hear that. I'd really love for you guys to put that in your set.
Let's see.
Maybe in the Toronto show, you'll hear me screaming, screaming
Let's see.
Crystal Mountain, Crystal
Uh-huh.
Mountain.
It is a good song.
Oh, it's great. So what's the music scene in Finland like?
Like metal scene or bass, like for in
Everything.
general.
Yeah, in general.
Well, like in everywhere else, it's uh, AI assisted pop music,
Yep.
of course. But that's the modern times. But still, we are pretty strong in metal. There's a lot of people listening to metal music, and there's of course there's a strong classical scene. We have a couple of like really nice symphonic orchestras, and that's living strong. There's a couple of really good modern composers, and of course I am not an expert of giving like a full tour of the Finnish music scene, but I think it's alive and well, and people are doing a lot of different kinds of stuff. We have a really active and alive hip hop genre here, both like mainstream and underground, and there's a lot of like indie style bands that are pushing out music and even reaching the charts from time to time, which is cool. So I think in general it's doing well.
Oh, that's awesome. It's
Yeah.
good to hear.
Hmm.
So when you write your albums, how do you guys do it? Do you all just get in a room and just write, or you guys are all at home and then do like Zoom meetings and talk the music?
Nowadays, it's more like, you know, we do demos on our own, and I do lyrics and arrangements, and then we switch demos. Basically, with Marcus, it's like, you know, we construct the songs into that kind of positions where it can be introduced to the rest of the band, and then we hear opinions from them, and it's a step by step process basically. And then we have rehearsals, and also the arrangements can still like change in those rehearsals, but it's basically everyone is at home at first. We don't gather
Okay.
around, oh now we're gonna do new songs. That's not our way to go. I totally understand people who like to write music that way, but that's not for us, I would say.
And you guys all live close together, or you live in different
No,
town?
yeah, different cities, like across Finland, basically, like a
Okay.
300-400 kilometer radius from each
Oh,
other.
okay.
So,
Yeah.
so,
Understand
so,
that for
so
sure.
yeah, so in that case also, it's challenging to just have enough time to actually make new songs together. So we rely on modern technology and make demos and send them. And
So that's good. Then you guys go into the studio. So you said you went to Sweden to do the album. Like how
no, no,
long?
no,
How
no,
long does that take?
no, no. Actually,
Oh,
actually, from in Sweden we did the vocals.
oh, okay.
Yes, so we had a couple of different studios when everything was ready. We did in Helsinki. We did the drums and the bass in Sonic Pump Studios, which we actually recorded the last album and album Years in Waste back in 2004 when I was not in the band. But it was fun to go back into that studio. But and then we had Inca Studios, which is near Helsinki, where we did the guitars and our keyboard player Apo, he made synth arrangements and sounds at home because he's a wizard, so he can do that. And
Yeah.
and then I went to Sweden to record the vocals there.
Vocals.
So
Okay.
a couple of different vocals, and this period lasted like so in total for like maybe 2 months.
Oh, wow. Okay.
In total, I would say. I took 6 days, the drums took 5 days, the bass took 2 days, guitars took 6 days, maybe 8 days. Keyboards took a couple of days. So
Okay.
if you divide it to, it was roughly like 2 months.
But it sounds really cool. Like this is going to be an album that everybody should have. You know, it's going to be on my, 2025 list.
Thank you very much.
Rob,
We are
I'll
proud of it, you know. I love the sound of that. I love the new, like we have more energy in this album if you compare to Origin, in my opinion.
And your video looks pretty cool. Like you're out in like in a like not a warehouse, but you're outside in an industrial area. It looks like.
Yes, yes, it is. It is the last hero video, and also the shots, the city shots, they are made like you know in New York
Okay.
by this guy we know, and we didn't go there. He
Yeah.
just recorded some stuff and shots and then send it to us and we added it to the or Jari, who's making the video from Jari from Cold Stone Productions. He mixed it all together, so and it's pretty cool.
It's cool. Is it fun to make videos still?
Yeah, it's time consuming because you have to be there like 12 hours a day and stuff like that, but still when you think about the end result, it's totally worth it. You know,
Yeah, it
because
looks really cool.
it's audio visual, so it's totally worth it. It's not as exciting as it used to be back in the day because we've made so many, but still, I'm not like you know when we have video shootings, I'm not like you know oh another video shooting and but I think it's well worth time spent.
I think with videos nowadays, like if you go on YouTube and say I wanted to listen to In Flames, I can put on In Flames and they go through a mix, then you guys will come up. You know, you go through a rabbit hole of finding different bands,
That is
anybody
true.
who's similar. And so I think that the algorithm, I guess, for YouTube is pretty good if you like for the metal genre, because there's no radio play.
True that it is because you know, for example, you know that progressive metal band called Haken.
Yes.
Yes, so I discovered Haken just like that. I was listening to this Australian progressive metal band called Unitopia, and then Haken came out like in suggestions. So that's how I discovered them, like maybe 10 years ago or something.
Yeah, they're really good band, really good. I love the progressive stuff too.
Yes, me too.
Yeah, a lot of good progressive stuff out there too. It's
It is. Yeah, it's amazing. We're kind of like so lucky to like in modern times. There's a lot of shit like we know going on, but we're kind of lucky also to live in a time that these kind of like like you said, rabbit holes can be accessible to discover new stuff.
yeah. And I hope you guys, a lot of people, find you guys through that. That'd be amazing.
Of
And
course.
you start selling out your shows, and
Yeah,
the
because
next,
we do
next
our
thing
best. We do our best like in live shows. So I really hope people come and catch us live, because that's the best OG you can, you know. It's one thing to listen to home and chill and like really like dive deep into the songs like I do when I have music sessions and stuff like that. But still, you know, personally, OG sounds for me, it's just best live. Like, you
Yeah,
know.
live music is best always. If you can get out and
Mhm.
see you, go out and see you. You know, it's not that
Yeah.
expensive, and you guys are real. You're not having, you know, lip syncing. You're doing the music.
Yeah. It's all like, you know, there is no like, we have some like synth like keyboard parts like them say like intros to songs and stuff like that that come, but otherwise it's all like 100% natural.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Yeah.
That's what I love, actually. Then you can, you
Yeah.
know, when you can go out and play live your album, and it sounds better live than on record. That's an accomplishment.
That is true. And we, of course, we try our best, because, you know, we get our kicks, like, you know, I think I can say for the whole band that we really get our kicks from the live shows, for real. Like, you know, it's just so much fun.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So, do you get any airplay in Finland at all?
I like in basic radio and stuff like that. In Chine's, like a little, but still, you know, you have to remember the vocals being what they are.
Yeah,
It's still underground. You know, this is, you know, metal music and death metal music has been around for like, what would I say, like 30 years, maybe 30
yeah,
35 years.
35
And
years, you know, in death, you know.
exactly, and it's still underground, because there's something there, like there's something in that way of producing sound, that it really kind of like scares people in a way, because they don't understand, like, you know, because if you compare it, for example, to hip hop, you know, it was underground, but people really embrace it, and I can totally understand that. Some like secret part of me sometimes wishes that it would stay underground forever, but let's see, because things are changing so fast, and the whole world wide web is changing things so much, so let's see what the next trend is. You never know, but still, I love it the way it is at the moment, but I'm also open for change. So
That's good. Like in Canada and North America, we're lucky we have satellite radio and we
hmm
have liquid metal, and liquid metal do play you.
hmm yeah, that is true. That's, well, again, like, thanks to internet, there are like a chance, and like an online radio station that do play our music. But if you turn on the radio, like basic radio in your car, there's not gonna be OG there. Like,
No.
it's like playing lottery, man. You know.
Yeah.
but yeah, but still, um, I'm glad that there are like chines and online radios that do play our music. That's cool.
Yeah, that's good. Like, yeah, you put on like the FM radio here, and the only metal you'll get is maybe you'll get Enter Sandman. They'll play some
Exactly.
AC/DC, and they play the
Exactly.
same songs over and over and over again.
It's the
You
same
can't.
thing here, you know. But I don't know. It's it's something like I said before. I understand that, you know, it's easier.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm. And you know, it is what it is. So basically, maybe in tomorrow's world we'll hear more like today's underground metal music in FM radio, but I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah, hey, you never know. It's a never say never.
hmm
So are
But
you
like I said, I'm really happy about the situation now, because, you know, if we get played in FM radio, that's cool. If you're not, that's also cool. So
yeah, it is what it is.
exactly.
Are you a record like a vinyl guy or a CD or download?
Well, I listen to most of my music nowadays online because I have a decent amount of CDs and vinyls, but I've never been like a collector in a sense. Just more like our guitarist Jonas and Marcus. They're always going when we go different cities. They're like, is there a vinyl store near, record store near? Do
Oh,
we have
wow.
time to go to the record store? And they do buy a lot of stuff, which is cool. But for me, it is mostly nowadays like I listen to online. Like I go to that to YouTube, for example, and dive into that rabbit
Yeah.
hole. Yeah.
I like my CDs. I love my CDs, but I
Mhm.
do mostly everything. I do Apple Music, and everything comes out there, and it's like, oh, great, boom, find it right away, download it in seconds. I don't have to go to the store. I don't have to. I find nowadays, like, there's not many record stores out there anymore. Because as a kid, I
No.
used to go to the record stores, and I'd be there hours and hours just
Yeah, I
checking out the
remember that.
album covers.
Yeah, that was really cool. I do remember also like going to a record store and then like pick couple of CDs here and there and can I listen to this? And they were like, again? I'm like, yes, again.
Yeah, for when I grew up, we had a thing called Columbia House, and it
Hmm.
was a music you'd be able to get 10 albums or CDs or cassette tapes actually for like a
Hmm.
penny.
Hmm.
Then every
Hmm.
month they would send you, and me and my friends we'd go through it and just look out for the cool, album covers. That's how I found out a lot of heavy music. Just
Hmm.
looked through album covers. I had no clue. There was no internet back in the day.
Yeah, yeah, true that. But that's actually I think like for most people how it went because for example if you think about metal album covers they are like provoking covers in that sense. They have that kind of like visual image like this like a visual thing going on like with like I would assume that would like pick a teenager's interest in that way like okay I really want to listen to what is this for example back in 1995 maybe I bought Iced Earth's The Dark Saga which had the Spawn cover
Yeah.
the
Okay.
album of the Spawn. I was like okay I'm gonna buy this no matter how what's the music like and actually the album is all right so
Yeah.
yeah
Yeah. There was a lot of hit or misses. I remember back in the
do
day.
that yep
But I found some really good bands, and I'm grateful for it.
hmm yeah I
Yeah.
actually did the same thing with King Diamond with the
Oh,
eye.
wow.
Yeah, I was in the library. I thought this looks cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God, his album covers, and like even the Death album covers, and of course Maiden and Priest, their album covers were amazing.
For sure. Yeah, yeah. That's it.
Yeah. That's all. So I guess after COVID, you got some new members in the band.
Yeah, it's been a, like OG has been that kind of band that there's been a lot of changes throughout the years. Like the main people have stayed, but still, um, well, a drummer for some reason, like he just we really don't know what like happened when he just quit. There was something like miscommunication. A lot of he he thought that we did something which we actually did not do, which was something like I will not go into the details, but
Yeah,
was something
understandable.
like awkward and not so nice. But and he later found out that it was true that we didn't do anything and then we got a new drummer Atte who's playing now and this is his second album and Atte is really cool really talented and professional young drummer and otherwise we had Nick Cordell for a while a couple of years and Nick was a cool guy but somehow our like we went to different paths and we wish Nick really well and good luck with musical endeavors and in life in general of course and well OG is a band that has had a lot of member changes but still we have a good chemistry going on like we don't fight that much like much we
Yeah, you
usually
guys. You guys sound wicked though. You sound really good. You sound very energized.
Hmm. But
And
yeah, that is true. We've had uh, new members, like members coming and going, but usually there is no bad blood. Like it's just the way it is because the band is the core people are there, and we always wish that when a new member joins that he would like he or she would stay, but
yeah,
you can never know.
yeah, life turns different ways, people lose interest or family commitments,
Yep, exactly.
I understand it all. But thank you very much for your time today.
You are welcome. Thank
I
you.
can't wait for the new album to come out,
Yes.
like it's going to be great.
All
Pre
right. See you
See you in
in
Toronto.
Toronto.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure. All
You,
right.
you you have a beer? You
No coffee.
got okay, that works for me.
Oh, but in Toronto, I will definitely have a beer. Of course.
Okay. Sounds
All
good.
right.
Thank you
See
very
you.
much for your time.
Yes.
Appreciate it. Be safe, okay?
You too. Bye.
All right, take care. Bye now.
Bye.